NBA 2K23 on the PlayStation 4. This is a research stream of a game that I obtained from the Maryland Library System. I do own one of these 2K games. I know I have some PlayStation 2 games I've played on this channel before. I should have some PlayStation Portable games, and I might have one of the older Xbox One. I know I have an Xbox 360 game that's actually still in the plastic. I got that one on clearance, and I never unwrapped it. So I think it's the Xbox 360 version. We'll do a friendly. Let's see what our options are, first of all. There are too many options in this game, so we're not going to go through them all. If anything, I'll probably just peek at them. Create a draft class. Yeah, can I create a Wembanyama? Actually, Wembanyama would have been in this year. Actually, no, Wembanyama would have been in this year's version. It's for anyone who knows the current NBA rosters, my favorite team is usually the Spurs and the Wizards. The Wizards suck. They were the worst team in the league last year, despite, or probably because of Jordan Peele. Haha. The Spurs suck, which is why they got Wembanyama. I think was he the Rookie of the Year last year? I don't remember. Relive the greatest moments of Michael Jordan's career. That one might be interesting later. We're just going to play normally. Play the WNBA. Who knew? We actually might do that. 2KU, Blacktop. Is that John Wall? Or is that Jordan Peele? It's not Westbrook. You can do a quick play. We'll play as a WNBA later. We're going to do a regular game right here. We'll do an WNBA game later. I definitely want to play as... Actually, is Erica in this game? She plays for the Dallas team. Let me just do a quick check. Yeah, Atlanta Dream, Indy, Liberty, Lynx, Mercury, Mystics. She plays for Dallas. There they are. That's her. Arika Ogunbowale. You have to watch her highlights, by the way. Your boy is a big fan of Arika. She's a blacktop baller, old school, crossing people up, jacking up threes from Steph Curry range. She was doing it before Caitlin Clark was doing it. You have to watch her play. She's a lot of fun. As for everyone else on the Dallas team, apparently they're not so great. But she's a superstar. On another note, though, I want to see who's actually worth playing, because I can't play as the Spurs. They're terrible. Popovich is still coaching the Spurs, of all people. Can you believe that? Woo. Let's try Team USA. That sounds good. We can play as Team USA. Okay, so we got 2016 team. So we can't play as the classic NBA teams, all-time NBA teams. You can play as this. You can play with John Havlicek, Bill Russell. Am I right? The Warriors are a classic team, huh? Well, that was a pretty good lineup. Andre Iguodala. Was he the MVP? I think it was the MVP of the series, wasn't he? I think Iguodala was sick. 13 Spurs, though. Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan, Tiago Splitter. Yeah, man. So basically, it's like every champion. Actually, who are the Rockets? Oh, that was the Shane Battier, Yao Ming Rockets. Okay. They didn't win anything. They didn't go to a championship or nothing. Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, where's the Birdman? Kenyon Martin. I think the Birdman came off the bench back then. Look at that. The Wizards actually were a classic team. Well, they were the best Wizards team since the Wes Unseld era. Actually, technically. Yeah, that Wizards team with Caron Butler and Antoine Jameson and Gilbert Arenas, yeah, they were like a 50-win team. In fact, no, there was the John Wall Wizards were arguably as good as they were, if not better. They made it to the conference finals. The 05-06 Grizz. I think these are the Grizz who beat the number one when the Spurs were number one seed. I think they knocked the Spurs out in the first round from the 8th spot. I'm still mad about that, but anyway, yeah. These are the old school like Hall of Fame Spurs. Tim Duncan, level 99. Am I right? Nazir Muhammad. I don't remember Nazir Muhammad actually, but we're enough. All-time Spurs. You got George Gervin. Only the Iceman may finger roll. Can you be MVP like Steve Nash? So the best, so who are the best Wizards teams? You got John Wall, Gilbert Arenas, Bradley Beal, Elvin Hayes, and Wes Unseld. That is kind of sick. I kind of do that. We'll do that later. So who would be a good all-timer to play as? Okay, let's do this. Let's pretend the Spurs are actually going to be good this year. So we'll play as the all-time Spurs, the Hall of Fame Spurs. And we'll put them up against Team Kyrie. Okay, that's hilarious. Oh, that was the All-Star game. Okay. So who should they go up against? Well, they should go up against the champs. Put them against the Celtics. Yeah, they won like 60 games last year, right? They rolled. Jason Tatum. Okay, we're not gonna play as them. We're obviously gonna play as the Spurs. So we're gonna pretend it's an even matchup. We're gonna use we're gonna pick the best Spurs of all time and put them up against the champs. A what-if matchup. Editing lineups and matchups during the loading screen. So we got the Iceman, Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan, and of course the Admiral. Bench. Dan Pierre. I didn't know he was actually a Spur. Bruce Bowen. Actually, is Dominique Wilkins here? Dominique Wilkins was definitely a Spur in his final year. Like the reason they drafted Tim Duncan was because their record was terrible because the Admiral, David Robinson, got injured. They won like 25 games, and I think Dominique Wilkins finished off his career in 1996 with the Spurs. They were terrible that year. I think it was 97. It was totally worth it because they got Duncan. LaMarcus Aldridge, former Trailblazer, obviously. We got the tall team, the quick team, the defensive team, the three-pointers. I'm pretty sure Tim Duncan isn't a three-point shooter. I think he shot like one three-pointer his entire career. Yeah, he shot like one three-pointer his entire career. And I remember it was in a playoff game. It was like at the buzzer, Tim Duncan took a wide open three-pointer and he made it. But again, this is before Danny Green, so it's not like it's like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You would never have him shoot a three unless you absolutely had to have a three. And no one was going to cover Tim Duncan. No one's going to block his shot. He's the tallest guy on the court. But yeah, he never shot threes because he never needed him to, except for that one time when they had to have it. So, keep that in your back pocket. Yeah, but Popovich is a little old, so let's not kid ourselves here. I'm not saying he can't do it anymore. I'm just saying you probably wouldn't want him to do it anymore. I'm not saying he should quit. I'm just saying that he's probably going to help the new kid, the Frenchie, the next Trey Parker, I guess. Where's the camera? Yeah, there it is. So we can't do broadcast because that's too low. Yes, that's too low. Broadcast stadium might work, though. The idea is I want to be able to see from both sides of the court. So I want to be able to see from both sidelines, yeah. High sounds good. You don't have to zoom in that much, but we'll see how it goes. Nosebleeds. Parametric. Ugh, sounds awful. Skybox. That might be too hard to determine. 2K. Let's try the 2K camera. The 2K camera sounds amazing. Okay, so we'll figure it out. All right, let's actually play the game. Tony Parker on the defense. Whoop. Just let him walk right past him. Nope. Hey! Someone box him out. So who was it? It was Will Purdue. Back in the day of the Triple Towers, there was Will Purdue, David Robinson, and Tim Duncan, as I recall. Who could actually shoot the three? Let me check on that. Offensive settings. That's not what I'm thinking of. Gordon Reese. How is Popovich not the coach of the Spurs? He's like the only really good coach they ever had, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway. Let's see, three-pointers. Trey Parker, of course. Kawhi Leonard. Gervin's not terrible. Manu Ginobili's on the bench. So if you got to shoot threes, it's going to be Trey Parker or Kawhi Leonard. Gervin if you got to have it. I never considered Trey Parker to be a... Well, I guess he is a Hall of Famer. I never thought of him as like a great three-point shooter. Like Denny Green, sure. Chuck it up. Nah. 50. It was also late, so it wasn't a great release anyway. Okay, so square's the steal button. Bah! Wide open, huh? Yeah, sure, leave Jason Tatum wide open, why don't you? Right trigger for the, Your right trigger for the, what do you call it? Whoop, that was blocked. Right trigger for the, turbo. If you need to use it. Oh, that's a block! Robinson, whoa! Rejected! 100% smothered. That's not Horford. Who was that? I don't know who that is. I don't know these new cats. Rejected! Williams, I don't know Williams. So we had a turnover. We gotta try again though. I don't know the formations. Square to fake. He's not gonna bite. This isn't the old game. We gotta shoot eventually. You got around him! There you go. That's how you do it. Face down. That's how you gotta do it sometimes. Like Joe Johnson. That's his name. It was Joe Johnson. He used to play for the Nets and the Hawks, right? Don't leave him wide open. Robinson got that one. Duncan way out front. Got around him. Throw it down, big man. That's right. Tim Duncan is unstoppable. Yeah, have Parker go out to meet him at the half-court line. But gotta stay with him. Gotta stay with him, and he missed. Get around him. Can't get around him. Can't get around him. Robinson trying to get around him. He lost the dribble. Didn't mean to throw it to him. Oh, down the middle! And he draws the foul. He seemed like he had a clear shot going down the lane. Fouled by, I don't know what his name is. 35? 36. Was that smart? That was not very smart, actually. I mean, it was smart. He might have kept 2 points on the board, off the board, so maybe that was smart. Are we substituting? Yeah, what's our... I don't know what our energy is fine. We can swap out some guys. Duncan's shooting the free throw, so he can't go out. So we can replace Robinson with someone big. Yeah, put LaMarcus Aldridge in there. He should be amazing. Anyone else need a breather? Yeah, Duncan's shooting the free throws, so we can't sub him out, can we? Is that Artis Gilmore? Yeah, it's Artis Gilmore. He's a center, though. Bruce Bowen is a small forward, not a big forward. Who's that? Yeah, Silas had a Stephen F. Austin, am I right? So we'll give some of those big, slow guys a bit of a rest. We'll swap him in later. Okay, confirm. So at the next dead ball, we get it. But we're going to let Duncan shoot these free throws. He was fouled going down the lane. I don't know the rules for stopping. I don't know how the rules for making a free throw, by the way. Is it square? No. Oh, I have to hold the button down. Okay, I was stupid. So I took a point off the board with the foul, unfortunately. So Duncan will leave at the next, after the next shot. Or at least if he leaves. There it is. Huh. Missed it. Slightly late, too. That sucks. I don't know if Duncan was ever a great free throw shooter. The big guys usually aren't. I mean, maybe, like, what's his name? Like, maybe Joel Embiid's a good free throw shooter. Because he can make threes. Oh, that's a steal. Parker going down the lane. There is Duncan. Ah, missed again. Guess he rushed the shot a little bit. I don't know the timing on any of these shots here. I got for Jason Tatum. Shaka Smart? Nope. I can just let the AI guard him, I guess. Uh-oh, we got around the screen. That is an offensive foul on the screen. So, any more substitutions? Swap out Duncan. And let's put Gilmore in. Should we swap the center for a power forward? Why not? This is the next dead ball. We're halfway through the quarter, and the score is 4-3. The score is 4-5. So I don't know what you want me to do here. I don't know how to call. I don't know how to call different plays. Unfortunately, don't shoot that. Duncan for three. Never supposed to shoot that, by the way. Garbage. Garbage. Don't let him through. How is that a foul? Come on. Guess he met him on the way up. Iceman, cold-blooded with the foul, unfortunately. Brogdon, yeah, him. Wasn't he a Wizard for a while? Or I think he actually might have killed the Wizards' chances in the playoffs once. So it was Al Horford and this dude, I think, who were a problem. No commentary. Not that I'm complaining. I thought I turned the commentary on, but whatever. Okay, we'll do a swap. Who needs a rest? We'll let the younger guys rest, I guess. So Parker, small forward. Huh? Might mess that up. So swap out small forward. We can have a point forward if we want. Yeah, Manu can shoot the three, obviously. IQ, potential. I think Manu Ginobili's potential is pretty high. I'll call it. View ratings. Dunk. Well, let's assume we can dunk. Fook. Post hook. I don't know what that means. Shot IQ. His passing ability is pretty good. Hands are pretty good. Can't block that well. Well, we're going to pick an actual point guard. Let's get a Louis Dampier. Never heard of him. Straight out of Kentucky. Wildcat. So he's the small shooting guard. Going to bring Manu Ginobili off the bench, of course. Kawhi Leonard. Let's see. View the grades. So we want a small forward. That'd be Bruce Bowen. Yeah, who's better, Browen or Elliott? They both can shoot the three, actually. Sean Elliott was at NBA Jam. He was pretty good back in the late 90s. Yeah, it was David Robinson and Sean Elliott for a long time, actually. Legit. Rock the fro, dog. That's how it's done. So is Duncan out? Artist Gilmore. I dig it, though. And he missed. Come on, get the friggin'... I'll take that. Thank you very much. Gervin. He will not finger roll. Good defense. Got inside the paint. Ah! Rushed it. I should have taken the shot sooner, honestly. Oh, block. That's a steal. It's a Popovich D. Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, gets the layup. 50-50 shot, but he made it. Better get him. Oh, come on. Oh, he's out of bounds. I guess never mind. Out of bounds on who? Aldridge? Okay. But yeah, his potential was wasted. He should have won at least one championship with the Spurs, unfortunately. Too bad, really. A little bit slow, son. I'll take that. Wide open, Sean Elliott's a 2. Darn it. At least the score's tied. When did we get a basket? I don't remember that. Nope. Gilmore with the rebound. Ginobili's going to hold on for a second. Inside the paint. Yeah. Tell him. Marcus Aldridge, big man. Let's do that. Got the lead now. On the road, on the parquet. Actually, the parquet's gone now, isn't it? Left Pritchard wide open on that one. Never heard of him. Never heard of this kid. Look out. Get inside. Wrong. That was a wrong play. Gilmore inside. Ah, crap. High percentage shot, I thought. There's a button where you can choose to pass to a particular player. It's like precision passing. I forget what that button is. I'll have to figure it out when I get on the next possession. Ginobili's got good hands though. I think he was an all-pro defenseman for a couple of years. Manu Ginobili. Gilmore with another rebound. What was it? R1 to pass to a particular player. Don't get cocky, though. Dampier for 3. Ah, in and out, and it was a late release. Got the rebound. Reset to Elliott for 3. Ah, it was late. Aldridge gets the rebound back, and he missed again. 0 for 3 on that possession. Trash. Gilmore tried to go in for the block. Gotta force that one up, but whatever. Disappointing, though. So we gotta replace the whole team eventually. So all the stars will come back in after at the end of the quarter. Malcolm Brogdon. Yeah, Gilmore tried to get in there with a swap. How tall is Gilmore? He's got to be at least 7'1". Gotta represent what that do though. That's how you do that. That's an ABA. He was an ABA guy, wasn't he? Because the Spurs were an ABA team, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we're bringing everyone. I did not call that substitution, but they're all coming in. So we got time for one more shot if we get a side out. Okay, made them both. Hurry it up. Shuck it. Good enough. Not good. Slightly early. 50-50 shot. Good enough. I don't need to take threes. Yeah, so we're not doing that poorly. We had a bit of a slow start. Got to keep it close. Don't foul so much. That seems to be how it works. Yeah, championships. All-time Spurs, though. They were up there with the Celtics. At their peak, they were almost as good as the Celtics, I concede. For at least 3 years, they're the scariest, they're most boring champions in the planet for several years. Great run, though. How is our health? He will leave him in there. We'll swap him out eventually. Get Tony Parker in there. Can't keep him on the bench. Don't be absurd. So who else we got? Lennon. Never heard of him. Lousy three-point shooter, though. What's his deal? He's a small forward who's good inside, as you would expect from an old head. He's also 24. So when did he play? R3. Played in the early 80s. Yeah, played with the Spurs since 76. Switched to the Bulls in 80. Guess he was an ABA Spur, I guess. Never heard of him. But he averaged about 20 points a game with the Spurs for a while, so that makes sense. So what was his deal? He was a rebounder. So he was a small forward who got 10 rebounds a game. I respect that. He's small forward playing big. I respect him. So we good? Gilmore's just got swap. Gilmore looks good though. I do like Gilmore. 7'2", yep. Big dude. So he's the center. Who's our new center? We can make Tim Duncan the new center, I guess. First of all, why is Robinson the power forward? I mean, you can make him the power forward if you want. I'm not going to complain. I would pick either of these guys to be a center or a power forward, if I'm being honest. We got to swap out Gilmore. He is fun, though. So we'll bring him out later. He should be good. So, well, Purdue is not on this list. Sorry, Bulls fans. So we'll take those. And we're in. Second quarter. Already did the substitutions. All right, take it up. R1 is passed to a particular person. Ah! Of course, you don't want to force it like I just did. Tried to force it into Robinson going down the middle. And he missed. Elbow jumper. Get in there, big man. Ugh, swatted. Kind of a late release on there. This is an NBA Live 95. You can't do, like, really ridiculous, you know, jerking around. Like, no quick reactions in this game. Bowen. Ah. Another miss. Get in there. Someone was boxing out Duncan, I think. You don't leave a guy open. Yeah. Posted him up, I guess. Okay, guys, we need to stop and a score. We're 4 for 19. Get out of here with that. Ginobili jacking it up. No one's near the rim to cover that, by the way. Nope. Blocked him. might have been a shooting foul in the breakaway. I think we'll call that. Still kind of shocked Popovich isn't coaching these Spurs. It's kind of embarrassing. It's disrespectful. Well, it was worth it. Jason Tatum missed a shot at the free throw. How is he shooting free throws, I wonder? Because he can obviously shoot threes. I mean, he can obviously shoot threes. But I would argue I would get rid of free throws and just replace them with, like, power plays. You know what I mean? Like in hockey. Like, my argument is if you get fouled, like if you commit a foul, you should leave the player off the court for, like, a possession or something. That might be cool. Can he get inside? Maybe not. Parker for... That's a bad three. That was a late one. It was not 50-50 cover. No one was near him. That's wide open. And he missed anyway. Get back down there. Nice transition. No, don't shoot that. Get it. Ah! Try to force it inside. That was not a direct pass. That was a auto pass. Open three. That was a catch release. 3 Spurs for the rebound. Get around him. Get around him. Get around him. Wrong pass. Good enough. That's a foul. Smart got a second foul. I have to swap him out. Let's see what we got. We're mostly good. We can swap out Robinson for Griffin's a small forward. So we can put Gilmore back in. Let's get Aldridge in there too. Place Duncan. We'll swap him in later. Ginobili can leave. Yeah, 2 guard. We can play with a bigger lineup if we want. Get Kawhi in there. We'll put him in as a 2 guard. Why not? I don't know what that icon means. It means he's cold, which means he's not performing well, I suppose. Okay. And Bowen can leave. Get in another small forward. George Gervin. So we're going to get George Gervin in there. Get the Iceman in there. All right. Let's do it. We're not shooting threes. Have to hold the button down, I think. Early. I remember in the Dreamcast game, you had to hold down the left and right trigger simultaneously till 2 arrows could be lined up down the center of the rim. It was kind of annoying. But, you know, free throw mechanics in these sports games tend to be kind of weird. Missed them both. Ugh. Yeah, like, double dribble had you, like, stop a meter that was basically a ring on top of the rim that would drop right on top of the rim. That was a block! That was a clean block by Duncan. Leonard, three-pointer. Ah, early release, too. Should just held it. Get in there! Let him box you out is the problem. It's a terrible replay, by the way. That was a forced shot. I passed it when it was open, then he just ran behind the defender. And the defender intercepted it. It was automatic. I didn't touch him. I'll take that. Good position by Duncan. Keenan can't get any closer. Get around him. Kind of forced it a little bit. Couldn't get the block. Yeah, I saw him. He got it off. And he missed on an early release. Wide open though. Let's get an easy 2, guys. I don't know how to call plays. Do a pick and roll, I guess. There it is! There's your pick and roll! I held down the L1 button to set the pick and roll, and that's how you do it. Let the big man run free on the transition. Gotta get that. Sometimes you gotta get those easy dubs. Get back in the game. They're trying to set up a... Yeah, high. They're trying to set up a post. Get down there! Get in there! That was really rushed. I tried to pass it to the big guy. Needs to cover him. Left him open. Walk! Wide open. That was an automatic timeout. I did not call that timeout. Now, if it were George Popovich, he'd probably call a timeout in the first quarter after the tip-off. It became a joke where, like, Popovich would, like, call a timeout, like, 20 seconds into the game. Because he was so mad about how the team was defending early on. Like, he would blow a timeout as soon as the game started if he thought they were slacking off. Like, it's almost like, I told you as soon as we start the game we're going to do this, and he would call the timeout, like, for the first possession, to say, look, guys, we said in practice we were going to do this. So he's making, like, he's not making, like, halftime adjustments. He's making, like, 1 minute into the game, 1 possession into the game adjustment, which is kind of absurd. We got to swap out the small forward. So we got Bowen. Sean Elliott can come back in. He's not an A-plus three-point shooter, but he is good. Was Denny Green, I think, is like one of the best three-point shooters of all time in terms of makes. Something like that. Got inside on him. Ah, swatted. Get in there, Keenan. Got to take the shot at the free throw line. Rushed and challenged. The worst of all possible worlds. Got a screen. Yeah. Got around him on a screen. We're down by 11. We need a make. This is absurd. Get in there. Just try to force it in his face. Just get in the paint and just get it in. Just forcing a shot. Just forcing a high percentage shot. Left him open. Didn't bother to take the shot, though. Left him open. Brogdon was wide open on that one. Yeah, we're way too far behind. We have to start making threes. I'm not in the mood to take them. Dampier can't get inside. At the free throw. There's also a late release. He just had a clear shot at the free throw line and he couldn't make it. That's absurd. What? That was a forced foul, by the way. You suck, kid. You're an all-timer, but you suck. Who we got? So Dampier can leave. Yeah, Dampier can sit. Get bent. Who's the other? Don't we have another Don't we have another point guard? You have 2 point guards. Huh. It's like the old days, I guess. So I guess Ginobili can be the 2 guard. How about Gervin? Who we replace him with? We should have another 2 guard, don't we? Yes, Silas can be the 2 guard. Who's not terrible at shooting threes. Like, was there even a 3-point line when that dude was playing? Never even heard of him. Who is Silas? Probably not even pronouncing his name right. He never took a 3-point. There was no 3-pointer when I guess there was no 3-pointer in the league when he was playing. He never took a 3-pointer. Let's see. What do we got? He was young. Took a while to get better. So what's his deal? Why is he even on this team? He doesn't seem that interesting. Is he like Dennis Rodman? He doesn't have a lot of blocks. He doesn't have a lot of rebounds. What's his deal? He's just a normal 2 guard. Like, he might be okay. But why is he on this team? Is he the only other 2 guard they can get? I guess they needed another 2 guard. Personally, I would get another wingman. Like, get Denny. Yeah, why is Denny Green not here? Denny Green's a way better 2 guard than this guy is. Denny Green chucked up way more threes than Silas. I mean, Silas didn't make a single 3-pointer. And Denny Green was a better defender. Why is Silas even in this game? Ask any Spurs fan how good Green was in that game against the Heat. What's the deal? Comes Dampier. Got around him. Floater. Gotta respect it. You gotta get inside sometimes. Just gotta dump it in their face. You gotta take them down low and dump it in their face. Yeah, it's another miss. Elliott was the only Spur in the area. So we get a stop and a steal. Let's go. Okay, get inside. Kawhi Leonard. Go around him. Fake. What? Oh, 3 seconds in the paint. All right, so this is our last substitution of the quarter. Or the half. Shame, really. They get over there and defend it. Well, you gotta... Nope! No commentary, apparently. Probably because the players are too old. They couldn't get a commentator to say the words Artist Gilmore, so I guess they're not even going to bother. Lady refs in this version of it. I don't know when the lady refs first started showing up in the league, but certainly the game would start adding them at some point. Okay, we're going to get clobbered. Basically, they're scoring 2 points. They're scoring, every other possession, and we're only scoring every 3rd possession. So, like most NBA games, it just goes on forever, and they're just more efficient than we are. We're shooting like 20% from the field. We don't deserve to win at this point. Manu. Gilmore, stole from the big man on the double coverage. Chunked it. Garbage. So yeah, we suck. Short quarters, but yeah, you get the idea.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay. Coming up.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now
amazing.
Back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd period.
That was amazing. Great chemistry, guys. Where's David Aldridge? Shouldn't he be here? They motion captured him for one of these games, didn't they? He's at the Athletic now, isn't he? That's not the substitution I want to be able to do. We'll come back and do part 2 of this video in a second. NBA 2K23. Okay, First of all, we just had halftime. Why are these guys already tired? So we got a new center. Let's get a David Robinson in there. Who else we got? Swap out Kawhi Leonard, who's a small forward. I guess we had a smaller lineup. So who's our power? Marcus Aldridge, of course. Yeah, I think we need to get some stops. That's unfortunate, really, but make it work. Let's get Tony Parker back in there. Again, I don't see the fascination with Silas. He's apparently a good mid-range shooter, but so is everyone else on our team, if I'm being honest. Yeah, Silas is a great mid-range shooter, but so is everyone except for Artis Gilmore, who's apparently only a center, but that's okay. No one expects Artis Gilmore to shoot threes. There wasn't a three-point line when he was playing for the Spurs. I do think it's kind of hilarious that it's like, yeah, I do think it's kind of hilarious that guys like Artis Gilmore had to pretend like they're playing in a league where he was playing in a league where basically everyone was like, maybe a mid-range jumper shooter, you know what I mean? People would go give it to Wilt Chamberlain, and he would kind of do post moves or whatever. If you had to have Havlicek or someone like that shoot it, I mean, then what would you do? Just have him shoot like from the top of the key usually, because it's an open shot for him. To have Aldridge shoot a three. Nope. Elliott, you can jack up a three. Slightly late. You gotta cover Jason Tatum. Get 3 Spurs around him. How did he get the rebound? That. Elliott inside. Rushed. 50-50 shot. Elbow jumper. Wow! Eldridge coming from the other side of the court for the swat. Nice close. He was on the other side of the court. I had to manually bring him all the way over there to get that swat. That's the kind of defense I want to play every possession. He had to hurry up to come up with that one. Trying to screen. Sorry, Tatum. Try to screen around Sean Elliott. Try to screen. Hey, someone get him! He has like 10 rebounds. Get that doofus. Someone box him out. We got 3 all-stars here. Elliott for 3. God, another miss. No more threes. The green flag is down. Tatum wide open. In the corner. Yep. The Drake of basketball, I guess. No one likes him anymore. He's not like us. Okay, Aldridge, get in there. Oh, you got around him! Ugh. I almost swatted it away. It should have just been a dunk, big man. We got all-stars here. How are we losing to these guys? Guess the young bucks don't really know how to play keep up with the new heads. Ugh, wide open. Yeah, another 3, by the way. We're getting killed out here. We can't play double teams. They'll just find the open man and jack up threes. It's embarrassing, really. Right? Get off the field, girlfriend. It's a double dribble. We don't want you to dance. I should probably swap. We'll do it during the next dead ball. Duncan, get around him. Got inside. Swatted it away. Good coverage. Yeah. Jack it up from top of the key. Not that time. 3 Spurs for the rebound. Get around him. Manu pushed him off. That's a foul. Manu pushed him off a little bit. Should have taken the shot then. During the hit stun. Just like a fighting game. Ugh. Kind of forced it a little bit, but we'll take it. See what we can get. We kind of suck a little bit here. We need some stops. It's kind of embarrassing. Let's see. Their offense is way too efficient. They're killing us. So Robinson, that's who we got. Ginobili can come in for. Don't we have another 2-guard? We don't have another power. We don't have another point guard, unfortunately. So Robinson can be swapped out for Gilmore, I guess. What else we got? Yeah, Parker can be swapped out. Who's the other point guard? Dampia. Who's not great at shooting threes, but he's not unreliable at shooting them. Like, he's good enough. Take a couple of trades if he's wide open in the middle of the game, I guess. Finally got one. Early release, by the way. No shot clock. Too early. Yeah. 1 out of 2. Sad, really. Wide open Tatum. You might want to cover Tatum. Okay, pretend he's like okay, for all you old heads, pretend he's like I don't know, Reggie White. Who was a good long-range shooter back in the 70s? I don't know even. Wasn't Havlicek. They didn't have a three-point shooter back then. Going for 3. Slightly late. Get back there on defense. Pretty sure Ginobili can't cover Tatum. Yeah, we're getting crushed out here, kids. He got 20 points in a shortened game. Closed on him. He bid on it a little bit. He's just not fast. He bid on the jump fake. It just wasn't that fast. First of all, why is Tim Duncan on the corner like he's taking a 3? He's not a corner 3 guy. He should be in the paint like 90% of the time. What's he doing? Yeah, why is Tim Duncan doing ISOs from the corner? Perfect release. Well, slightly early. Again, Tim Duncan should never be in a corner unless he's doing ISOs. Even then, I wouldn't want him doing ISOs. He should be doing post stuff. He shouldn't be doing ISOs from the corner. That makes no sense to me. I don't drop the plays. The AI's calling them automatically, apparently. Yeah. Ginobili got his hand in there and rushed him. Wow, careful. Parker for 3! Come on! Duncan with the rebound! And foul and a bucket. Give me that. Finally got one. Still can't get a 3. I don't want to take 3s. It's just I don't trust my ability to make 3s. You can also adjust the settings so that the 3s are based on your percentage, not based on your release point. Which makes the game more of a simulation than an actual, skill-based game, I would argue. In fact, I could probably just turn that on. Since we're playing against the AI. Settings. Let's see. Shot feedback, all shots. Yeah, which is nice. It's nice for practice. Commentary is not very loud. I think it's because, again, we're playing with all-timers whose names haven't been recorded into the AI generating commentary, I suppose. Assuming it's AI generated, it might just be like, the usual. Montana, back to pass, that kind of stuff. What would this be? Inside shot success. You can turn down their shot success if you think they're winning too much. If you think they're winning too hard. Pick and roll overlay sounds amazing. Probably need to practice that. Shot feedback, no. First of all, the difficulty is way too high, so there's your problem. I don't know how to play this game. We'll turn it down a tiny bit. Read and react. I don't know what that means. So that's no good. So I guess I can't change this during the game, can I? Don't need that. Shot timing, shots only, layups only, real player percentage sounds amazing. So we'll do that instead. Shot meter type. Straight bar sounds interesting. Mini curved bar. This is very... Huh. Of course, this won't matter depending on... Yeah, this won't matter if we... Player indicator. Yeah, this won't matter because we're playing with stats, not with release points. Late. Got it in anyway. 3-point play. Finally got a 3-point possession. Get in there, Parker. Good luck covering him, dog. Yeah, good luck covering T. He's got 22 points. Too bad, really. We don't really have an answer for him, if I'm being honest. You can try double covering him, but then someone else kills us. I mean, I guess you could try playing it that way. We could try that. All on-ball pressure. No, how do we guard just one guy? Stay attached to the teams to the screener according to whatever that means. So how do we cheat towards one guy? Defensive rating. I tend to disagree, actually. Jaylen Brown. Okay, Jason Tatum. What's our matchup for him? We don't have anyone who can cover him, if we're being honest. On-ball pressure. Moderate. Tight. Smother. We're not going to smother, but we'll do it that way. Moderate. Off-ball defense will guard perimeter is closer. Yeah, so we'll guard him off the ball as much as we can. We'll leave it at that. So we'll cheat towards him and just not spend a bunch of time worrying about these other settings. Trying to go around. Can't get around him. Only the Iceman may finger roll. Get inside on him. Yes. That's the old head somehow it's done. Just back him down, I guess. Face down. Face down. Face down. That's all that is. Don't stay in the paint. Try to jab step. It's not working. Stop with the freaking jab step. Duncan got that one. I'll take that. Leonard! And he gets the layup. Finally got a run. We got like a what? This is a 9-0 run. Go get him. Maybe it's a 9-2 run. Losing count. So we're cheating towards Tatum. We're going to make someone else beat us. It's fine by me. What was that? Guess he charged him, basically. Don't know who that is. I guess he charged him. So we need to swap some dudes out. So swap Duncan out for Gilmore. Parker, he's on the bench. He's not healed yet. Yeah, Parker's not healed yet. It's disappointing. Gervin is the 2 guard. Can be replaced by Bowen or Ginobili. Where's Ginobili? Silas is fine, I guess. Robinson could be the center again. Leonard's fine. So we'll swap out Parker with Ginobili probably. We have enough 2 guards to make it work. We have more than enough. Elliott's cold, so swap him out for somebody else like Bowen. Then we can let Dampier be replaced by Ginobili. So he could be like a mini point guard, which is fine. He's a shooting guard, but he can be a mini. He's 6'6", by the way. So what's our setup here? I'm pretty sure I swapped him out. During the next timeout, we'll swap these guys out. Missed. So all these guys are pretty tall, I think. Let me see what the deal is here. Yeah, 6'6". So Silas is 6'1", okay. But he's a 2 guard, not a point guard. What's this playmaking? He could, yeah, Ginobili and Silas are actually a pretty good 1-2 punch. Ginobili could be a decent point guard if he wanted, I guess. He's a playmaker. Missed. Robinson gets that one. Ginobili going around him. How'd he rush that rebound? Just took it right to his face. Don't let him get in. Yeah. Gotta keep up with him. Tried to screen. Rolls it in. Is that Brogdon? Might have been Brogdon, number 13. Don't know the number. Try to force it inside. Try to force it inside. Yeah, couldn't get the block. Elbow jumper. So now they're on a run again. They're doing it to us. We've got time for at least one more possession. Robinson got around him. Big man brings it in. Cut the lead to 20. Hooray. Donk. Sometimes you just gotta shove it in their face, but it's not gonna happen sometimes. I mean, we're gonna lose this game, but this is a friendly. It'll be fine. Shame, really. We're getting our butt kicked. We fell behind in the second quarter. We never really recovered, if I'm being honest. We scored 14 points that quarter. That's as many points as we scored in the first half. So we're doing okay, I suppose. I guess we'll call that... Yeah, it's just a simple pass. That ends up being a three-pointer. That's the assist of the game. Amazing. The thrill of the game, I suppose. You gotta stay on him. Yeah, beat me. Jumped too early. Take that rebound by Leonard. Ginobili, that's Parker. That's a two-pointer. We'll take it. So I should have just taken the three. I don't have to worry about the release point. I just have to take the shot. So it's like I should have just taken the three. Wide open, the transition. Don't let him get around you. Yeah, swiped it away. Robinson going down. You can't get him. Three for Kennan. That's a three-pointer. First tray of the game. Lead is cut to 16. Actually, I think it's cut to 15. Need another stop, y'all. Keep up with them. Nice movement on that. Wow, he went, oh, wow! Swatted, he picked up the loose ball. That's an open three for Smart. Not going to get it. 3 Spurs in the rebound. All right, let's get a stop. Kennan for 3. Does it again! Back-to-back trays. It's an 8-0 run for the Spurs. Silas is unstoppable. Never heard of him. Who is this kid? Left him wide open. Missed it again. Easy two-pointer is fine. Leonard trying to go around him. Can't get around him. Good block. Trey Parker for 3. Nah, Tony Parker. Robinson with the rebound. And it's a 10-point game. The rubber banding AI is kicked in, folks.
Timeout.
We're coming all the way back. It's a 10-0 run. Your boy's into it now. We got that rubber banding play. We got that rubber banding AI going on. We're coming all the way back, yo. Be the coach. I don't know who to replace. We have enough energy juice, right? So let's see. We center. Marcus Aldridge is ready. We could just go to the menu. I wouldn't even bother with this. Bowen's in. Keenan's on fire. Keep Keenan in the game. We'll leave that as is. I mean, so why would you do that when you can just go to a menu? Seems weird to have that option, but whatever. Jab step. Horford. I say let Smart take those threes. Griffin couldn't get his hand in there. We got another rebound. He's all the way! Yeah, Leonard was going to go all the way, and he just horse-collared him. Leonard was going to cut the lead to single digits. Let him go to the line. All right, kids, we're coming all the way back. All right. We're not done yet, y'all. Well, Kawhi's got to take the shot, so whatever. That's too early. Yeah, sucked. All right, get at least one of them at least. Yeah, it's way too early. I'm just freaking out because I think it's gonna rise sooner than it does. Better cover Tatum. Better cover Officer Tatum. I didn't do anything. What? They double teamed him going down. Wait, is that an offensive foul? No. So like I was trying to cover him I was trying to double cover him and you bet. Oh, you had to let him get past you. I got sloppy there. The run is over. All the points in the paint are him. Look at that! LaMarcus Aldridge was way away from the rim on that. It was a double. What you call that? Double slash. Couple of big guys running towards the rim simultaneously. What are you gonna do? Nowhere near that shot. Get inside. Get inside. Shooting 33% from the field. Don't make him shoot that three. What? It was a jump pass. It was a last minute. It was a freak out pass. I shouldn't have done that. Shot it in midair. Oh, stolen! Stolen by the Iceman. Parker for three. Missed. Bowen gets the rebound and kicks it out. 1 on 3. Leonard could take the three. And he makes it! Kawhi Leonard. Okay, gotta keep the streak going, y'all. We're running out of time. We have to get some real pressure on him this time. Blocked. Ugh. Force the foul on Smart. So it's gonna be it's our last crew. So we'll take Parker out for now. Replace him with where's the other guy? Dampier's fine. Elliott's cold. Not opposed to putting him in. Duncan can go in for Aldridge. I'm going for Bowen. Aldridge can be replaced by Robinson. We'll let Gilmore help us out a bit, and we'll swap him out later. Leonard needs a break. Small forward. Let Keenan do it. Keenan's all right. Keenan is key. 2 guard. That's Ginobili, of course. So what do we got? Ginobili's a much better defender than that. I could have swore he was a B+ defender. Oh, well. I could have swore he was like an all-pro defender for a couple of years. He might still be. Maybe it was just for a couple of years, though. So we're going to lose this game, but I kind of want to keep it interesting. I was trying to get it down to single digits. All right. I took 2 bad free throws, too, so that didn't help either. Pick up the pace. Yeah, they're keying in on me now. Dampier got blocked completely. Robinson showing him the post. What? What was that? What was that? Foul on Dampier? You know, you could announce the foul so I know what I did wrong. Keenan on Tatum. Open 3. That was a rush shot. You have to hold on to the ball and keep this lead. Robinson inside the paint. Ugh, rushed it. Gotta hurry up, big man. Wide open for Horford. who can make those threes, by the way. Power forward hits those threes like Robert Horry. That's a two-pointer. Robinson holds that one in.
Timeout.
Robinson with the whirlpool rebound. Just sucked that one down. Big old wingspan. Hold that one in. Yeah. He's got 8 points in the paint. He's the player of the game. Well, he can't be the player of the game. Yeah, Tatum has 24. How could Williams be the player of the game? Oh, left them wide open. Nope. Lob City. What are you cheering for? You're down by 14 points. Yeah, well. Trying to do a... Yeah, try to do the screen. Get in his face. Get in his face! No, you don't. Let someone else beat you, not Tatum. Well, nowhere close to that rebound. Duncan going all the way in! Fast break layup. 9-point lead. We're not going to win, but we're going to keep it interesting. We're going to cover. We're supposed to win this game, honestly, but, you know. I'm a noob. I don't know what I'm doing. AI made it interesting in the final quarter, though. Get in there, doofus. No! I didn't foul him. That was Robinson. Yeah, happens every time. So, yeah, we have to swap out for the last crew. It's a shame, really. Thought it was going to be an interesting series. Yeah, well, we're just messing around, seeing how the game. We're seeing how the game is played, is all. Okay, he's on fire. So we're going to keep him in for the final quarter. Keep him in for the final possessions. Where's Parker? There we go. We're keeping him in. So Elliott's got to sit, unfortunately. Duncan can shoot a 3? When would that ever be a thing? Cannon can't shoot 3s anymore. He has 2 3-pointers in this game, by the way. So we'll swap him out with someone who can actually shoot a 3. Yes, Silas. Yes, Silas can shoot those 3s. So we got 4 3-pointers here, and David Robinson for some reason. So Duncan can actually shoot a 3. I don't believe that. Like I said, he's made 1 3-pointer his entire career, apparently, and it was in a playoff game. I'm not going to call him a 3-point shooter. It'll be absurd. So we're gonna, like I said, we're going to lose. We're going to make it interesting. Make it a 2-possession game if you can. Like this. Out the way. Ah! Guess I forced it in. That was a very bad turnover. Yeah, watch the free guy. He got inside on us. Ah! I tried to close the gap. Tried to do that transition. He's going to make them both, because we're going to lose. So that turnover hurt. We had a chance to kind of keep it interesting. Yeah. All right, that's it. Quick go. Let's go. What? What was that? He's no Wes Unseld. He's a Hall of Famer, but he's no Wes Unseld. We can admit that. He's not as good at the outlet passes, I suppose. Hey, how did I not steal that? Yeah, how did I not steal that? Guess we got any fouls to give, huh? Yeah, we're in the bonus. No, well. Again, yeah, whatever. Styles can shoot the 3. Give me a screen. Yoink! 3 trays for Silas. Felt good, though. Yeah, did all right. I was going to sit down and tie his shoes. Yeah, well. We made it interesting in the end, I think. We're down by 20. We made it interesting. Oh, don't be so down. We haven't played together like ever. We're just a team of all-stars that's never played together before. or practiced together before. So how'd we do? Jason Tatum had 22 points, and he's somehow not the... Well, Williams had 13 rebounds. Maybe he is the player of the game, along with a couple of steals and 5 blocks. Good Lord. So maybe he is the player of the game. Duncan did all right with 13 points. I thought Silent... No, Kenan had a couple of threes, didn't he? Yeah. He's supposed to be terrible at threes. He left them open, though. Duncan got 9 rebounds. Robinson got 9 rebounds. That's on brand. But yeah, Jason Tatum. I mean, come on. Jason Tatum. He's your MVP. I mean, why was there any competition there? Team comparison. We made a third of our shots. Amazing. I think we should just stick to the player percentages, so it becomes more of an action RPG at this point. Yeah, but we did better in the final. You know, we did better down the stretch in terms of shooting threes. Once I turned off the player release point stat, then it just became a numbers game. That's okay. The game's probably better if you play it that way anyway. Fast break points, we did all right. Points in the paint. Well, we got more of those points in the paint than I expected. That's good. Assists, yeah, we did better than I expected. Rebounds, I expected the Spurs to be able to rebound a bit. We got more steals than I expected, so that's good. Points off turnovers, dunks, biggest lead. Well, we had a lead in the first quarter. that's as good as it gets. Well. So what was it? We had 14 points in the first half. Ain't gonna lie, they asked in the first half. So we did all right eventually in the end, I think. Showing up in the second quarter. Yeah, the fourth quarter, we kind of took it to them a bit. So we can see all the scores. When did we have the lead? Yeah, that was our only lead, the first quarter. Pretty good. So that's nice. You get to see the breakdown. So again, you can see where we made it interesting. Right around here. So when was it the closest? Like right around here when it was like a 9-point game. Then they got a bunch of free throws. You had some trash right there with those free throws. There's your problem. We had a run going though. It was fun for a while. We had that run going. Cut to 10 points. Made it interesting. So yeah, we made it interesting, which at this point is what you would want. Shot chart. So shooting breakdown. Couple of threes from the sidelines. Pretty good. Yeah, I think it was Silas. I think it was Keenan on both of those. Kind of shocked, really. One from the top of the key. I do like these shooting breakdowns. Those are fun. Yeah, those elbow jumpers. Didn't take a single elbow jumper, apparently. Yeah, no one's taking those elbow jumpers. But they were just better at shooting three-pointers than we were. Like, it wasn't even a question. Not even a question. And, of course, we wanted to get most of our points in the paint, and we did. So that was ideal. Yeah, when I play, I like getting my points in the paint. That's just me. I like getting all my points in the paint if I can, and then shooting threes if they're open. Preferably with a couple of big men to mop up any loose balls. That kind of thing. Yeah, I'm an old school, like, force the ball inside and get your points that way. High percentage shots. That's how I like to play. So that's very old school, Will Chamberlain, like, just find a way to get the ball to the high. Just find a way to set up the highest percentage shot as close to the basket as you can. So I guess we'll play more of this later. I don't know. I don't have to play this version of NBA 2K, honestly. I can bring out one of my older versions. Kind of see how they feel. I don't feel compelled to ever buy a new sports game because old sports games tend to be just as good usually. They have slightly fewer features, but if you just want to play like some hoops, why would you buy this game? You can buy like a 4-year-old version of NBA 2K for like $2 these days. So what's the point of buying a new version other than getting the newer rosters? Or in this case, you can play as a WNBA. I might do that later. I definitely want to play as Ogumbawale. Is that her name? Yeah, Arike Ogumbawale. Her numbers seem kind of low. Don't know what's up with that. Yeah, but she's the superstar on that team. You gotta see her play, man. She's amazing. Watch her highlights as soon as you can. She is old school, man. Black top, crossing up dudes, jacking up threes. Gotta love her. So that's NBA 2K23 on the PlayStation 4. Recorded this audio with my Turtle Beach headset plugged into the gamepad. So, again, I'll pull out an older version. In fact, I have like a couple of other older NBA games I'm going to play a bit later. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, there's no reason. I'm not really interested in playing this version if I can just play an older version of the game. So I can work my way back up to the modern era, which is fine by me.